Good morning students, this is Arun. Today we are going to see memory transfer in computer organization and architecture. So we will see what is a memory transfer. If you are transferring the data from one device to another device, that you call it as memory transfer. That may be reading and writing. So that is what memory transfer. Now we will see here. Most of the standard notifications used for specifying operations on memory state transfer are stated below. So we are going to perform two memory operations. One is read and write. The transfer of information from a memory unit to the user end is called a read operation. That means transfer of information from memory to outside environment, that you call it as a read operation. I have already said here we are going to perform two operations. One is read and write. That is, if you are transferring a information from memory to outside environment, then that you call it as read operations. Okay, for example, that appears on screen. Now we are going to see the next operation is write operation. The transfer of new information to be stored in the memory is called write operation. That is, new information to be stored into the memory is called a write operation. So I have already said memory transfer means we are going to transfer the data from one device to another device. That may be a reading or writing. So here we are going to perform two operations. One is read operation and another one is write operation. Okay, if you are transferring the information from memory to the outside environment, that you call it as a read operation. If you are transferring a new information to stored into the memory is called write operation. Okay, see here, now we will see the symbols. The memory word is designated by the letter M. So if M is there, that you call it as a memory. We must specify the address of memory word while writing the memory transfer operations. So the address register is designated by AR and the data register is by DR. So these are the symbols. For address register we are using AR and for data register you are using DR. It should be in the caps. Thus the read operation, first we will see the read operation. Thus the read operation can be stated as. So that is, so M is for memory. See here, M is for memory. A is AR for address register and DR for data register. So that AR indicates the memory, presented memory. That is, in the memory, see here, what is the read operation? The transfer information from a memory unit. So this you call it as a memory unit to the user end is called read operation. So this is the from address register, that is from the memory unit to data register, that you call it as a read operation. Now we are going to see here the read statement causes the transfer of information into the data register. So data register from the memory word M selected by the address register. So from the address register we are going to transfer the information to data register. This arrow mark indicates the transfer. Okay, in C programming we will use assignment operator. Likewise here we are using the arrow mark. And the corresponding write operation we will see. So what I would say, write operation means transfer of new information to be stored into the memory is called write operation. So see here, R1 stands for register, AR is address register, so memory. So the write statement causes the transfer of information from register R1 into memory word M selected by the address register. So see here, so R1 is the register. See here, R register R1 into memory word M selected by the address register AR. So the information that is in the R1 is transferred to the memory that is selected by the address register AR. Now we will see the block diagram. See here, read operation, write operation, and AR address register. This is a memory unit, that is data in and data out. So if you are performing the read operation, what we are going to do? Transfer of information from memory to outside environment, that is data out. So if you are performing read operation, we are going to transfer the information from memory to outside environment, that is data out. What is the read information? Transfer of new information to be stored in the information stored into the memory unit. See here, data in. So data out means read operation, data in means write operation. Simply you have to keep in mind. Now we will see the arithmetic micro operations. In general, you know what is an arithmetic micro operation, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Normally we call it as arithmetic micro operation. Now we will see the arithmetic micro operations. In general, the arithmetic micro operations deals with the operation performed on numeric data stored in the registers. So the basic arithmetic micro operations are classified into following categories. So we will see that. First one is addition, subtraction, increment, decrement and shift. So shift here, shift left, shift right, you have already seen in register, shift left register, shift right register, already you may aware in DLF. Here some of the additional micro operations are classified into add with carry, subtraction with borrow, transfer or load, etc. Okay. Now we will see the following table. This will help you to understand the arithmetic micro operations in a better way. Already you know that R stands for the register. Okay, so see here, this is the symbolic representation. So the content of R2 and R1 are added, that is you are making the addition, and you are storing in the register R3, that is the transfer of information, the contents of R1 plus R2 are transferred to R3. Now subtraction, the content of R1 minus R2 are transferred to R3. Now see, complement of the content of R2, that is 1's complement. Suppose there is a binary number 0, 1, you are converting into the 1's complement, then you are storing into the R2. So this is R2 dash. R2 dash means complement, you are making this complement. For example, if it is a 2-digit binary number 0, 1, it will be converted into 1, 0. So that is, after making a complement, you are going to transfer the information into R2. Here see, first you are making the complement. See here, 2's complement of R2. You are performing 2's complement. First you are making 1's complement and you are adding plus 1. That will make the given binary digit as 2's complement. See here, now R1 plus the 2's complement, you are performing 2's complement, then you are adding with R1, then that content is stored in the R3. Next one is increment the content of R by 1. So for example, if it is R1 value is 0, if you are making plus 1, that will become 1, then that will be stored in the R1. So decrement the contents of R1 by 1. So if it is 1, if you are minusing that with any value 0 or 1, that will be stored in the R1. This is the symbolic representation and description of the arithmetic micro operations. Now we will see the binary adder. So see here, this is the binary adder. The add micro operation requires registers that can hold the data and the digital components that can perform the arithmetic addition. So first we will see what is a binary adder. A binary adder is a digital circuit that performs the arithmetic sum of two binary numbers provided with any length. So here you are going to use 4-bit. So binary adder is a digital circuit that performs the arithmetic sum of two binary numbers. Sum means addition. We are going to perform addition of two binary numbers provided with any length. Okay. A binary adder is constructed using full adder circuits connected in series with the output carry from one full adder connected to the input carry to the next full adder. That means if you are adding two 4-digit numbers, here for example I am a 4-bit binary adder, then there will be a carry. So here input, so here it is a 4-bit binary adder. I am adding two numbers. For example, see here 1111, here 11101. So this is I am representing as A, and this is I am representing as B. If I am adding these two things, so this will be A0, A1, A2, A3. This will be B1, B2, B3 and B4. So I am representing like that. So I am first adding A0, B0. That means 1 1. Okay, 1 1. If I add 1 1, it will be 1 0. 0 will be the output here, that is sum S0, and 1 will be carried here. So that is why we are using here full adder. So two inputs, one output and the carry here. Similarly for, so again 1 will be here, again the S1 will be 0 if you are adding these things, and it has a carry. So again it has a carry. So that is why we are using the 4-bit binary adder. 4-bit binary adder means you are going to add. So this is how this 4-bit binary adder works. So two input, so the output will be here, here will be the carry. Okay, so that is the working of 4-bit binary adder. So here we are using 4-bit binary adder. You can use a half adder for this first input also, nothing an issue. Okay, next we will see, that is what now we will see that explanation. See here, the arguend bits A and the arguend bits B are designated by the subscript numbers for right to left with the subscript 0 denoting the lower order bit. The carry input starts from C0 to C3 connected in chain through full adder. C4 is the resultant output carry generated by the last full adder. If there is any carry, that will be generated here. Okay. The output carry of the each full adder is connected to the input carry of the next, or so the output of the next full adder, the output of this is connected to the next full adder. The sum of outputs S0, S3 generates the required arithmetic sum of the arguend and addend bits. If you are using n data bits for A and B inputs from different source register, for instance data bits from A input comes to the source R1, so you can use n full adder also. That is what they are saying. So this your this one and this one, A0 and B0 are added. The sum is carried here, the output of sum will be here, and the carry will be given to the next input to the next full adder. Similarly, all the full adders are performing. So this is the binary adder. Now we will go to the binary adder and subtractor. So see here, in the last circuit we can perform only binary addition, that is, but here we can perform both binary adder and subtractor. So see here, the subtraction micro operation can be done easily by taking 2's complement of the addend bits and adding it to the arguend bits. The arithmetic operation like addition and subtraction can be combined into one common circuit. So in the last circuit only we can perform addition, but in this circuit we can perform addition as well as the subtraction. So the arithmetic micro operations like addition and subtraction can be combined into one common circuit by including an exclusive OR gate with each full adder. So in the last circuit also we have, by using the full adder only, we have performed the addition. See here, so here also full adder, but in the next circuit also we are using the full adder, but we are using one XOR gate to perform both addition and subtraction in a same circuit. Based on the input, it will perform the addition and subtraction. So that is simply, if C equal to 0, addition will be performed. Addition will be performed, comma, if C equal to 1, subtraction will be performed. So this is the condition you should remember. So if C equal to 1 means it will do addition, the circuit will perform addition. If C equal to 1 means it will perform subtraction. So that is the condition. So see here, if the carry is 0, it will perform addition. If the carry is 1, it will perform subtraction. So this, see, we will see the first, I will explain the circuit, then we will go to the logical explanation. So see here, when the mode input M is at low logic 0, that is 0, the circuit act as an adder. So if you the M is 0 at that time, the circuit will act as a adder. When the mode input is 1, at the time it will act as a subtractor. So see here, full adder, the output, there will be the sum. So it has a carry, it has a XOR gate. Based on the truth table of XOR gate, this circuit works. See here, when the mode input M is at low logic, that is 0, the circuit act as an adder, and when the mode input at the high logic 1, the circuit act as a subtractor. That is based on this mode M. If it is 0, add; if it is 1, subtract. I have given it as C here, so nothing an issue, we can give your own names. So see here, the exclusive OR gate is connected in series, receive input and one of the inputs from B. See here, one input from M, that is 0 0 0 0 or 1 1 1 1. If it is 0, we are going to perform addition, if you subtraction. So next, when the full adders, see here, when M is low logic, we have B XOR 0 equal to B. When full adders receive the value of B, the input carry is 0 and the circuit performs a plus B. When the I logic and C is equal to 0 1, the inputs are complemented and 1 is added through the input carry, the circuit performs the operation A plus 2's complement of B. Okay, so based on the input M, if the circuit works. Sorry, I am here given it as C. Okay, based on this M, it performs. Thank you. In the next class, we will see arithmetic operations detailing.